Dia, Dias de los Muertos. For those of you watching for the Day of the Dead today, actually, celebration starts today, and I felt that it would be beautiful to do this reading to tap into your beloved ancestors and what their message is for you today. Yeah, I love how this live started at 1:11. That is beautiful. That's dope. That's awesome. I'm with it. Spirit, thank you. So, yeah, shout out to our ancestors. I'm going to get them together today. I have to go get some stuff from my altar and set it up for my peoples and spend time with them tonight and as a visit and then. So for those of you that do celebrate today, Ashe to your ancestors, beautiful, beloved ones that surround us by day, that have our best intentions, that love us, that walk with us, protecting us. So I'm going to pull some messages to see what the beloved ancestors want to come through. And I put a shield of protection around us that during today, as we celebrate our ancestors, that we are thoroughly protected from any type of interference or trickster spirits or familiar spirits projecting to be our loved ones, welcoming any demonic energies or spirits coming into our spaces, that we shield and protect our energies as we welcome our loved ones on the other side with us and spending that day and time with us. Okay. May we discern the spirit, test the spirit by the spirit. I feel that the best way that you're going to know that these are your ancestors is the smell. I feel like it's something with smells. Like a lot of your ancestors, I feel like come through as a scent, and that is their way of letting you know that it's them. I'm hearing music too, like music is very faint in the background, so it could actually be too that your ancestors come through with music, and that will let you know that it's them. Like they're talking to you. They're talking to you. So, all right, ancestors of my viewers that are divinely meant to watch this message and hear the guidance of the message that comes through for them, the ancestors of those that you love, what is your message for them? When I ask for the essence and energy of those that are truly here during this day for Dias de los Muertos, what is your guidance? What is your message? You have the Emperor. And I did hear Papa. For some of you, you might call your father, or maybe this is a grandfather, but I heard Papa before I even sat down actually to do the reading. That's what I heard. It was very faint in the background. So it's kind of like it sounds like someone calling out to somebody in the distance. That's what it sounds like to me. But someone's father is here or their grandfather. Some of you, your grandfather or your fathers were in the military that passed on. These cards fell at the bottom. You have the Six of Pentacles. Is this a six? Yeah, the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Okay. You had some ancestors for some of you that were, it was war or something with wars. Like I'm getting like a violent, or your ancestors could have been activists of some sort. Getting like a woman, she in particular, I feel like was very outspoken. She might have been an activist. So one of your ancestors might have been in the military or something like that in the war when they passed away. So you may have never met this particular ancestor. Another thing that I'm picking up too is gun violence. For some of you, an ancestor passed away due to gun violence. They were called like something like Papa, some type of masculine, like, um, what's, I'm hearing, okay, big, something with the word big in it. Um, they had like some type of masculine nickname or something. That's what I'm getting. This is who's coming through the most. Someone's not giving offerings to their ancestors like I feel like you used to. I'm not promoting anybody do that unless they actually feel led to work with their ancestors. I'm not speaking to those that don't resonate with this, so it's not me telling you to do something that you're not divinely led to do. Um, but somebody is hasn't been giving, or their altar space might be a need of a cleaning. Shoot, I can't talk because my altar is like, they probably like, bitch, what is you doing? But I'm getting something with the altar space needs like cleaning up, some clearing, okay? Okay, 3 of Sticks, which is the 3 of Wands, 9 of Knives, which is the 9 of Swords, and the 8 of Sticks, which is the 8 of Wands. Okay. For those of you that have ancestors that were in the American, a part of the American slave trade, or they were around a time where people were still being brutally murdered, racially motivated murder. You just made them some coffee. You just reminded me. It's probably too late because it's past noon. Yeah, it's past noon, so I can't make my coffee for them. I'm gonna have to do it later tonight. But yeah, I'm getting that your ancestors that were alive during that particular time, there is a lot of trauma there. With the 9 of Swords. And I feel like your ancestors traveled a lot. For some of them, they were part of the Atlantic slave trade. Like they had to travel to the ocean. So there is a lot of trauma. And I feel like they would really appreciate, and I feel like they already do appreciate you, especially if you're a spiritual worker and the work that you've been doing, because they realize that it's not an easy thing. One of your ancestors might really like apples. If you've been like craving apples, smelling apples, been drawn to apples, dreaming of apples, I don't know. They would really appreciate like an apple. And if you cut it open for them, something with apples, they would really appreciate that. And I feel that might be like very specific for somebody. Whether you're watching like live as I'm recording this now or you watch it later. Yeah, they would really appreciate it. Um, they feel that you are like clearing a lot. So you do a lot already for your ancestors outside of like altar spaces and burning candles and stuff like that. You do a lot already for your ancestors. I feel like whoever this is for, whoever this resonates with. Okay. One of your ancestors might have actually been Big Papa. No. One of your ancestors may have actually got hurt over an apple. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Oh, wow. That's funny. You have a garden? I feel like someone's ancestors, it was something bad happened to them over an apple. And like I said, it was like a lot of racial murder, like racism at that time and people being hung and murdered over a lot of silly shit. Yeah. Wow, you guys have ancestors all over. And this isn't just when when I do this reading, it's not just because of the day that it is, and it's only subject to those that are from Mexico or Spaniard blood or anything. It's not just for you, because ancestor worship it's an ancient practice. It really is. So it's not just, you know, um, your ancestors want you to like focus on. They want to communicate with you. And the best way to do that, they're saying clear your mind, be present, focus, and embrace. You have a lot of loving ancestors, and I feel like some of you guys might celebrate them through some type of practices like weaving, um, creating something. For some of you, it's like baskets or something, some type of like crocheting, weaving or something that you're showing your reverence and respect to your ancestors. And you might have ancestors that live in the Caribbeans. Might also be, there's a lot of different ancestry. I don't think these are Irish, but I'm getting Irish descent, Irish and Scottish descent for some of you. And you have answer the call, and it says explore, travel, live. So they're wanting you to expand your horizons, and I feel like some of you guys might get a message from your ancestors guiding you and pointing you in a certain direction in life. If you've been kind of holding yourself back when it comes to moving on things in life, or going outside of your comfort zone, your spirit guides might be encouraging you to move if you've been getting that message, or you've been feeling the unction to move or to leave, or go certain places. It doesn't necessarily have to be moving for everyone, but some of you guys might be led to go different places around the world. And I feel like that is a confirmation. Shine brightly, stand out, be proud individuality. So your ancestors, they might have been called names, for their practices, different racial slurs, or their practices, their it's like their traditions may have been demonized and ridiculed. So I feel like they want you to celebrate all that you are by being your authentic self and getting in touch with your roots, your cultural roots, but not just that, but the roots of who you are and how you express yourself. So even though, let's say, they all have the same type of customs, they all had different types of personalities and how they express themselves within the culture. So it's like, for you, recognize where you come from in your culture, but also tap into your own self-expression of who you are and be proud of that which you are, like your ancestors were. So there's a lot of masculine presence here. There is some feminine energy here. I feel like there's some rada-da, some grandma and grandpa rada-da connections. I don't know if you can see in the Five of Swords, they was riding with each other. Looks like, and then in this card right here. So yeah, you guys might have had a grandmother that was always by her husband's side and vice versa, and they were, maybe they were the your first generation, the mama and father of your generation, or the not sorry of your lineage, if that makes sense. And not only that, too, I feel that they might have been a part of something, or they might have been like a very fearless couple. They might be that couple that, had all the parties and celebrations at their house. Everybody wanted to be around them. They might have been the type, if the husband got into a fight, the wife would be right beside him, cussing somebody out. It's something with the couple that's very significant. And they are definitely always watching you, but it's like this grandfather, papa, whether you knew him in this lifetime or not, he he's always around. He was the first to come out, and I heard, like I said, before I even got on the live, I heard papa, and it sounded like someone was calling out. I heard it. So I don't know. This is what I'm getting. I'm not gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna stop saying that, because I do know. Okay. Even if I don't know that I know, I know. All right, so let's get a message from them. And shout out to Yes, Caribbean celebrate their loved ones all around the world. It's a thing that, because rebirth and transformation and all of that, and reincarnation is not an old belief. All right, thank you. Thank you, thank you. What is the message that you have on the other side for your loved ones here on this side? Those of you on the other side, what is the message that you have for those, your loved ones on this side, the living? Thank you. Because some of the message might resonate and some of them may not resonate. I heard something with bumblebees just now. I don't know what that might be. Never forget you are loved. Love never dies. So just like they're still loved, they're still celebrated, they want you to know that you're not forgotten. So if some of you guys feel like your ancestors pass on, I don't feel like they're attached to this world per se, but it's like the energy, their soul still carries the essence of those that they love it with them. So they still have that energy, essence, and that love. They carry you with them. They carry their bloodline with them, if that makes sense. All of their different lifetimes, there's a imprint that they carry with them, if that makes sense. Oh my, y'all, look, look. I didn't know my intuition be on point like that. I heard Bumblebee. I don't know who that's for, but I heard Bumblebee, and then lo and behold, like, child, like, come on now. 22 might be significant to somebody. Take the time to pamper yourself or let others take care of you. Some of you, your mama is Oshun. You resonate with Oshun, some of you. Try not to worry. We will bring helpful people into your life. Okay. This has something to do with your stability. Some of you guys are worried about your finances, or you're worried about a living situation, and your spiritual team, your ancestors on the other side. Remember how I was picking up something about a move or travel or guiding you somewhere. They're sending people your way also into your life. It's like they're encouraging you towards people, or people are coming towards you. They're attracted to you to help you. And it's something to do with stability. And the ancestral tree, there's something with the tree that might be significant too. Not just the reference of the ancestral tree, but your grounding roots. Something like you're rooting, or you're starting your own family. For some of you, you have your own family. It's something about this where like you're extending something with the family tree. Seek professional help if you need to. All will be well. If you guys are dealing with depression, especially identity issues, I'm getting, this reminds me of this energy in this card, kind of something with the ocean, something with the Caribbean. If you guys resonate with the waters or the oceans, or you guys, thank you, Brandon. I don't know if you're watching. I'm assuming that you are. Thank you. If you resonate with that side, or you resonate with the oceans and the waters, you guys will need some type of spiritual cleansing. I feel there's something with depression, something with identity issues, or just kind of feeling singled out or alone, and your ancestors saying no, 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 no. Seek professional help if you need to, of course, but they want you to know, they want to remind you of your uniqueness and to celebrate that, because I feel like it might be some type of generational trauma where your ancestors, I'm getting a lot of infiltration from colonizers coming in and demonizing, harming the people, and something with that. And they don't have to necessarily be of this culture specifically. It could be different cultures, but something about this with infiltration, or maybe being moved from a different land and having to be surrounded by different types of people. Maybe that, you know, those people in that city or that country or whatever judged, made fun of. Maybe the kids had to go to school that, you know, with kids that were not the same color as them or the same culture or something, and they were being judged. In modern times, it's like what we do. Unfortunately, what Americans do is anytime that there's some type of terrorist attack or something, we bully the kids. I'm not, because I don't do that, but I'm just speaking like as an Americans as a whole will judge or even make people feel uncomfortable in the workplace because of their customs that they have to wear, or their culture, their religious beliefs, where they come from, if they are a Muslim, or if they're Asian, or if they're black, or if they're from Mexico. It's like they're being called names, and the N words, wetbags, these type of slurs and stuff like that. Your ancestors might carry that trauma still, and it might still be working. Like you're purging it out. It's clearing out through you. So if you deal with identity issues, it's most likely it comes from that string from your generations where they had to deal with that. They had to deal with the energy of prejudice and racism. Oh, bumblebee. That's cute. I feel for some of you it is a salt bath, maybe tonight, especially under the moon. If you're watching this on a Monday, if not this Monday that I'm recording it, or you're just watching it on a Monday, or just whenever you watch it, really, Monday night specifically, because it's the moon. The moon rules Monday, and the moon is usually a good time for meditation, reflecting, psychic, tapping in to the subconscious, tapping into, your psychic gifts. It's also good to do a lot of cleansing and purification too. Baths, I would suggest a salt bath if you can, a Himalayan salt bath, or just some sea salt, and just soak your energy with the intention of clearing away whatever is bothering you. And I feel like the root really comes down to the self identity, or feeling like you don't fit in, because that your guys they're very, very proud of who they are. They never once were ashamed of who they were. I feel like it more so hurt that others shamed them, that others demonized them, their culture, their beliefs, their practices, their customs. Like that was what hurt the most. Not that they wanted to ever be something else, or that they were ashamed of their culture, because they weren't. And they don't want you to be ashamed of who you are, not just so much culturally, more so like you as an individual, who you came here to be in this lifetime, and being okay with who you are not, because who you were called to be is the only thing that's important for you to focus on, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this was helpful. And call out the numbers that we have. We got number 18, number 19, number 9. So nines might be significant, because technically 18 would be a 9. If you add that 1, that would be a 9. So you have a lot of ones as well. If you add the 1 with the 9, that would make it a 10, essentially a 1, 18 here. And then you have 22, which is a double-digit master number. So for some of you guys, it's a lot of mirroring, a lot of couples, your ancestors. I feel like they're coming in as couples, like a grandma, grandfather, an uncle and aunt that were married. Like I said, that Radada coupling ancestors. Whoever donated, I cannot remember who donated this deck to me, but thank you. I love it for these types of readings, and it was on point today. So thank you. So yes, enjoy your time with your ancestors today, this evening, whenever you celebrate them, and just celebrate them daily. Your ancestor money, your candy, whatever you feel led. Get them some Hennessy, some wine, whatever they like, whatever they're into. We honor them, we thank them, we appreciate them on the other side, and for the sacrifices that they made for us that are here in the living, and the traditions, the beautiful things that they've passed down to us, the blood that runs through our veins of the gifts, and the talent, and the strength, the abundance that they were in us. And even if there were traumatic things, as those that are spiritual workers, most likely you are the one to carry your family and heal those generational roots, and continue to bless your family with a wealthy legacy, a spiritually wealthy family. and a family of love. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I feel like this y'all got a grandfather, uncle, something. I really feel he's a grandfather, somebody's granddad that you may or may have not known or met or didn't really spend much time with him. Maybe he was really old when you know, were a child, so they passed on before you really got to know them. Um, this one likes a lot of flowers. I feel they might be more of like the daisy sunflower type, so they might have liked flowers a lot, whether they had a garden or something, or they appreciated having flowers in their home. I'm getting something with the dining room table. Like they might have grew up in their house where their mother would put daisies or something in the dining room. So they appreciate that. That's for somebody. If you feel led to do that, or that flower sends out to daisies specifically, I'm hearing maybe sunflowers, but I'm more so hearing daisies. They would appreciate that a lot because it reminds them of home. Yep, I got you, whoever that was. Yes, I got you. It reminds him of home. All right, that was nice. That was beautiful. Thank you. To the ancestors that came through. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you for the divine protection surrounding this message as we come into it and as we come out of it. May we be divinely covered, divinely protected. May our spaces and our environment be divinely protected and shielded from any foreign energies from coming in, strange energies. Thank you, amen. Ashe, let's go ahead and log on off of here. Thank you. I'm done. I'm done, y'all. I appreciate it. And shout out to my thumbnail. I love that movie Coco. That is my movie. One of my old friends put me on to that, and when I first saw it, I fell in love with that movie. It's one of my favorite little Disney Pixar movies. So shout out to that. If you have not watched that movie, go watch that movie. It's very beautiful. And then on top of that, I love how the animals, when they go to the other side, how they're like really big and they have wings. And so you guys might have passed over loved ones that are fur babies. So shout out to my fur babies on the other side. Much love to y'all. Peace.